Action Comics 977. Dan Jurgens writing, Ian Churchill on art. This, of course, is part of the Superman Reborn Aftermath stuff that we're getting this month. Although I feel like this entire arc, however long it is, will be technically all Aftermath for Reborn, given what it is. So basically, Clark is... He's feeling that something's not quite right. Like, his pasts have merged, but it's not really adding up in his head necessarily. Something's not quite feeling right. So he goes to the fortress and he asks the crystals to show him his life, his history. And I actually really like this issue, because what I thought this did is, okay, we've just kind of retconned things. We need to know what we've retconned. What's
Make
now,
it clear what's the situation at this
what's
point.
now in canon.
Yeah.
And so we get, at least in this issue, we get the Krypton sending him away and then arrive and the Kents finding him. That's the chunk of like Superman history we get. But what I like about it is that not only does it work on its own, is that it puts this new spin on it by having Superman witness all of it. And I thought some of the best stuff in this issue was Superman almost forgetting that he was watching like a replay and like trying to like say things, like he was trying to reach out.
Interact.
Yeah. My favorite moment is when his parents are sending him his ship to send him away, and he's like, oh, but who's going to raise him? Is he going to be okay? And he's just like, no, it's fine. There's, I get
I'm
my
right here.
parents. Yeah,
because he says something like, oh, like, a wonderful couple that you would embrace. I think it was
a kind, wonderful couple that you would embrace. Yeah.
No, it was good moments like that. Him being like, oh, there must be a way you can both live too, even though we know it's hopeless, and he knows it's hopeless, but he still says it.
Yeah.
And it's just great stuff. And then the smile on his face is Martha and Jonathan decide to keep him and not go to the authorities. Like, it took obviously something that's very familiar. We've seen these parts of his past tons of times, comics, TV, movie, like so many times. But this puts a fresh spin on it because he gets to witness it, and it feels relevant because we do need to know what is now the past of Superman. What
do you know what this really feels like? You remember the start of the New 52, and everything was a bit murky because some things were like, this is a complete fresh start, and some things weren't, and we were like, so what's happened? Did Death of Superman happen? We weren't really sure. Right. It was like, right, okay. And this feels like we made that mistake last time. We're not doing that again. We're just going to give you clear answers, and this is what has happened now. And
I feel like most of the stuff we expect to have happened probably will, but this is going to be him just confirming all of it. And
and it does, it cleans that up because Morrison's Action Comics kind of messed things up.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to be a standalone. They folded it into New 52 and made that his origin, and it was just the Golden Age origin of Superman.
Yeah.
Which is, we're not used to. We're used to the Man of Steel Birthright era. So this did a good version of that. I still want a little bit more. Like, I want to know, did Pa Kent die? Like in the Brainiac art.
I don't think he's done looking at these crystals. I think that's going to be another couple of issues.
Well, no,
stuff.
That's the more stuff that matters to me, I guess, more than the Krypton and being found.
Obviously, I'm cool with Pa Kent dying, even dying young. But the idea that his mother is not alive, well, I mean, she can be dead now because he's older. But like, the whole they died when he was really young, and he's got this woman that, like, his landlady is looking after him. Like, this bollocks. Get rid of that. Give me proper man Pa Kent. Thank you, please.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It was the little stuff that needed to be
John, I really like the stuff that's a little bit past, when he gets picked up by the Kents. It's like, okay, so we had Lana and Pete, and then tells us which version of Lex we've got.
Yeah. We get that nice spread where it's like all those things around him, and we see like him saving Lana from the tornado in Smallville, and it sets up the idea that she that's how she learned he could fly, and that's how that develops, and you get all these things.
It's the secret origin, it's Jeff Johns, Gary Franks, because the art there looks very Frank-esque.
It does, and do you know what? This is obviously Churchill. We spoke about him a few weeks ago doing this in the backup to the Mixed Pitlick issue, where he played with all the different styles, and I think he does a great job of it on this page as well.
Yeah, I liked the art a lot in this issue. Actually, I thought it was perfect for this type of Superman story.
Definitely
expressive, bold, colourful, all of it really, really worked. So while this is going on, and that's the sort of where we get to, and there's that page as well of, and maybe we won't get more because it does. To be fair, it does give you like a spread at the end of like, until you unveiled yourself as Superman. But maybe that's where we'll pick off next time, is that he's already Superman, and now we're going to watch from there, because we see, and that was another page I like both those spreads actually. The one where he's a teenager and it's like all the kids stuff, and then the one where he's Superman and it's like Perry and Lois and Jimmy, and like, just this is Superman in a page.
Yeah. Also, they told us that Perry is John's godfather.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's really cool. He's like, bring the little type by the office. I've not seen him in a while, Lois.
Yeah. And but yeah, and then the other thread we get through here is someone's rounding
villains.
up.
Which, by the way,
villains that we've seen.
Can I just say this mysterious villain, who's at least in this issue we see him get Blank and Metallo. Right, he goes and recruits them. This mysterious villain who looks like Digital Code, I think looks brilliant. I think he looks. I love his look. He looks super creepy.
It's the kind of red glow with all the yellowish text in the middle. It's just really working.
Do you know what I think I love about it? I love that it's Digital Code, but it still rounds like he's a person.
Yeah, it's not hard lines, is it? It's still soft curves like you would on a person.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. It's really mysterious. And I'm saying he.
And they're going. Well, they're going for revenge. Like that made it very much. Also, how did Blink get out? Was that part? I thought Superman put him back in the fortress.
No, I remember it was recently in action. That entire base went. Remember because Hank Henshaw was watching and all that, and Blank got out.
Okay.
Yeah, Blank's been out since then.
Okay.
We didn't know where he went.
I thought he put him. Yeah, I'm just bleeding then Lois and Clark in that of him being put in there.
Yeah.
They're merging together. You know, my own reborn refitting of memories.
Yeah, and obviously Superman does talk. There was someone else. There was someone more powerful. That's the result of this. And I wonder if it's a swerve. I wonder if they're thinking, they're going to be thinking Manhattan, but it's actually this is something smaller. Before we get to that, this is something specific to Superman. And is this Digital Code villain? Is he related to this or what? Or
it makes me think the Eradicator, but I thought we dealt with the Eradicator pretty well.
Yeah,
and
he could be the Code. He could be that could be him trying to come back.
That's what I'm saying. Also, there's Brainiac involved or like a version of that. I'm just trying to think of who could bring all these villains for like a Superman Revenge Squad together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of happy to wait and see at this point because I don't think there's quite enough for us to go on yet.
Oh, there's not. No, I mean we can speculate people like that, but it's just exciting to see. And I think it looks really cool. I like all the art with that as well, and it feels very different from all the Superman stuff in the Fortress and the flashbacks, where it's darker, it's more sinister, and so on. So it's really, really cool. And of course, there's a little tease at the end where Superman's like, "Wait, is there someone else in the Fortress?" And Calyx is like, "No, there's no one else here, but we see the sort of shadow in one of the crystals."
Yeah.
Could it be this digital presence? I mean, I'm assuming it can travel through stuff.
But it makes me question: does it come from the crystals?
It could do.
Like, is that where that's what it actually is? It's a personification of whatever this computer in the crystals are.
Which would make me think: is it a version of Brainiac, or is it?
See, Brainiac was what I thought because you think it kind of that sort of thing, but Rebirth have kind of been the whole thing has been let's get it back to the basics. Let's not change things for the sake of changing things. So would they do that with Brainiac? Kind of seems weird.
I mean, not be the typical Brainiac though. It could be Brainiac. Pick your number. Brainiac 19.
So that's the thing. That's what I liked. What John did with Brainiac is that they've all actually been Brainiac.
That is true.
They're just different versions, different probes, and we hadn't yet met the actual one from Kolu, however you pronounce that. But I also like the Brainiac that's part Kryptonian computer. You know, that's trying to preserve. Yeah, it just leaves it open to a whole bunch of stuff, and I like that. I got to the end and didn't realize it was the end. I went to turn the page for more.
You're like, God damn it! Done. I was enjoying that. I wanted more. No, I thought it was a really good show of action. I feel like action started in a less stable place than Superman, but it's gotten more consistent as time went on, and I think this was a good solid start to the next arc. So.